All right. Good evening, everybody. It's so good to have us here. So sorry I had to give Mr. I had to give Esomnofu some time, because he's a busy man, and we are actually taking his time. He just had to excuse himself from a number of things. This is the festive period, and he's a husband. He's a husband, he's a father, he's a teacher, he's a widely sought after educator. So for him to be available now, it's a lot. Thank you so much, Esomnofu. Thank you for the honor. Thank you for making yourself available for educators. Yeah. So this has been recorded. I would like everybody to know. So pleading with us that we should just ensure that we avoid background noise to we bring it to the BRS minimum. This I'm also so sure wouldn't be a waste of our time. you know, and I want us to start getting our questions ready. Okay, so let me tell you a few things, okay, by way of introduction before Esomnofu takes the floor. Um, Esomnofu is someone I've been stalking online. Mind you, Esomnofu, a number of my clients in the UK actually talk to me about you. So a number of my clients, and you'll be shocked to discover that you not only have student followership, you have adult followership. I have a particular adult client in the UK. When he saw the flyer, he said, how did you come across Esomnofu? I said, Esomnofu is is a household name, and that we just I just we just became friends through a contact and all of that. And he's told me, he said that he follows your video. Now, this is a 50-year-old man, he's in the UK, he's one of
Wow.
the clients, and he told me that, he follows your video back to back. So, so it means that there's a lot that you're doing, you're impacting lives, you're helping some adults to wish. One of his statements was, I wish I had him as my teacher many years ago, you know. And for me, it's a great testimonial. So thank you for honoring this invitation
You're
for
welcome. Thank
always
you.
been
Thank
available
you.
for teachers. So let me just introduce Esomnofu. We know him already, but let me just say a few things. Why do we have him here tonight? Why do we have him here? The goal of this webinars, okay, this webinars, we know we have this once every 2 months. The goal of this webinar is to inspire teachers, to make teachers realize that there's a lot. Teaching has got great prospects, and that teaching has evolved, and that we can't afford to be complacent. We cannot afford to be content. You know, we have to constantly develop ourselves and go for opportunities. Esomnofu is the 2024 winner of the Mortina Teacher Award. Okay, and I'm going to say a few things he worked on with. I know this is not secret, it's public. I know he worked on with 10 million naira. Okay, I know that he would also be traveling to Finland soon, all expense trip sponsored by Mortina. I know also that Mortina is building him a math lab worth 30 million. Am I correct?
Yeah, you
Okay,
are.
so
You are.
good, fantastic. So if we think about the things is he has attracted to himself by winning, we are not talking about a price less than 50 million naira. If they are building a lab, a math lab for you in your honor worth 30 million naira, if you went home with a 10 million naira cash gift, if you if you would also be traveling out of the country to Finland, for some weeks, to get exposed to education, models and all that, that is not small money. That is not small money. And that is like 50 million in total, minimum, and then not to talk of the endorsement and the brands and all of that, and, and we also know that Esomnofu is the most followed teacher in Africa. He has over 1 million like aggregate over 1 million followership. And this is someone that just started trying to push out his passion, trying to help people. And that's why what we'll be considering today, is looking beyond the classroom. How can you present your narrative? How can you marry your passion and pedagogy and do it in such a way that you become the attention of all? We are not trying to teach ourselves, to start faking a life that doesn't exist. That's not what we're saying. But I can bet it with you, and I'm even happy. I know that Esomnofu is going to confirm this. A number of us are. Yeah, I'm so sorry. I don't know what happened, but I guess our political enemies. So a number of us are doing so much, and that's something I've realized. Come to think of it, Esenofu won this year, Adefemi won last year, um, Opefa won in 2018, and then we can just keep counting like that. Pardon? Adetayo, someone is trying to say something. Okay, so let's just move on. All right. So a number of persons and a number of us are probably equally doing what they are doing. Maybe even a few persons are even doing much more. Okay. But for some reasons, they have learned to reconcile their passion with their expertise, and they're pushing out what they do. Okay. And, that's the focus here. And I think that at this moment, the best person to learn from is a Semnofo. All right. So thank you once again for honoring this. Over to you.
Okay. All right. Thank you. Thank you so much for the opportunity. And I also thank everyone for joining too. It shows that we are forward-minded. Honestly, you all have to forgive me. I'm in the village. When I was coming back from Abuja to Anambra State, I escaped kidnappers and they shattered a lot of things. My laptop spoiled in the process, so I'm joining with a mobile phone. I wasn't able to make a good PowerPoint. I made one though with phone. When you make PowerPoint with phone, you know how it looks like. So please, whatever I share today, please forgive me and manage me the way you see me. Thank you all. I always love to be in the midst of teachers because that's the only thing that gives me joy, teaching learning processes. And today's topic is one I love so much, a topic which says beyond the classroom, developing your passion and pedagogy for impact and visibility. So before I started I decided to be a teacher first because of what mathematics did to me. I wanted to be a teacher because I want to revenge what mathematics dealt with me. Because in my secondary school days, I've always failed mathematics. I failed maths. But the funny thing is that after failing maths, I will still take the first position. But unfortunately for me, in my SS2, I had to take second position for the first time in my life. And what caused that? It was maths, because in SS2, the number of subjects you'll be doing will reduce drastically, maybe just 9 subjects. So I wasn't able to have up to 14, 15 subjects, even if school. So you get this point where known globally. And to be known globally is attainable. And that is why I decided to come online too, because it's one of the things that will help one do well online. So I've got to share my screen using my phone. I've got to share my screen to so that we can start in earnest. All right. Okay, so developing your passion and pedagogy for impact and visibility. So before we start, as teachers, we create magic in our classrooms every day. All of us, we are teachers. We go to class. We do a lot of things in our class daily. Sometimes we have fun. Sometimes we make students happy. We do a lot of things. We change lives. But it doesn't stop there. We do a lot of things helping students to grow and succeed, but too often these successes stay hidden. There are a lot of talents. Uh, there are a lot of good teachers. I've worked with them. If you've not seen one, I've seen a lot of them. Good teachers, but they're not utilizing it because only their students consume their expertise, and that's not enough. So a lot of talents are hidden. So today I will show you how to share your teaching stories to inspire others. Also, I'll also show you how to present your methods in ways to attract funding and partnership, and also how to use these two tools to grow your visibility online. Okay, these are the things we've got to learn in today's session. Okay, now you can do that. There are a lot of ways you can do that. Maybe one by sharing your stories. I know many persons that had my. In fact, there was a time I shared my story after winning the 2024 Martina Teacher of the Year. That story went viral. There is no newspaper in Nigeria that did not carry that. And a lot of teachers from Lagos, from Abuja, from so many areas called me that they are motivated from what I have written. That in fact, they want to continue being a teacher. That they have considered changing their passion. They have considered going into that they can never leave teaching again. So you see what stories can do. So stories are powerful. They connect with people emotionally and inspire action. So to tell a good story, you need to start with a challenge you faced. And what is the challenge? If you read that my story, you saw where I started by telling the challenge I faced with mathematics, how maths dealt with me, how I continued failing maths. Despite passing and doing well in other subjects, I will continue to fail and fail mathematics. So first of all, to tell a story, you need to start with a challenge you faced. And how do you solve that challenge? That challenge you're having, what have you done to solve this problem? Highlight the results. Highlighting the result is very important because it will help to make people believe that what your story is true, is real. The impact your story have had, and so many other things. So storytelling is powerful, honestly, very, very powerful because it helps to inspire people and condition them emotionally. So in order to be powerful as a teacher, storytelling is very good. Do you know that some person can contact you because of the story you've told? I've rejected a lot of lessons since after telling my story after winning Martina Teacher of the Year. In online classes emotionally. So as a teacher, you can impact others by telling these are the problems you've had. It will also help you to know the next line of action to take in order to grow perfectly and to grow well. So one thing I must tell you is that teaching is good. We teach for outcome that brings income, but the highest paying job now in the world is teaching, not direct payment, because many people, when they talk about teacher, they will say, I cannot be a teacher. How much a teacher has been paid? Peanut. But I tell you that as a teacher, you can make 5 million naira monthly and even more. And all these things can come by what you do. If you only limit yourself to your classroom, you keep on joining the league of teachers that complain that teachers are underpaid. But I tell you, teacher, as a secondary school teacher, you can earn more than professors, you can earn more than bankers, you can earn more than any job you think of. Uh-huh. So, and all these things cannot just come into play like that. We must take a lot of actions. And one of those actions is through storytelling for impact. Okay, by telling your stories, it can connect you to people and also you motivate others because the goal is not just to make money, it's also to impact others. Many persons have decided to be an online teacher because of what they have seen me doing. Many persons that have decided to be teachers too because they have seen what I've done and the stories I have told. So with your story, you can inspire others to to continue being teachers and continue doing well to help students grow better academically. Okay, now also showcasing pedagogical innovations. Okay, we all have unique teaching methods. Show the world how they work. Focus on what makes your method special. Highlight its results. Are students improving? Are they more engaged? Show how it works. So how can you showcase your pedagogical innovations? Now, uh, this session is not just for you to make money or for you to grow or for you to impact other teachers too. As teachers, we can also impact students and so many other things. And through your impact, through your outcome, that income will come. I tell you, because you don't just wait for income. Your outcome honestly will bring income for you, and you start running away from income. Now, there is what I did when I was in one school, British Spring College, Oka. Then I think that was 20. That each time I am in the class teaching, I usually go around the class helping below average students. In fact, I love them more than even the high flyers. I go around the class to teach students. I share worksheets. I help the weak students. But I noticed that I am cheating the very intelligent students. I spend more time attending to below average students. But the high flyers, the the most intelligent students don't get much from me because of my method. I always focus to ensure that the weak students are helped, but the high flyers are left behind. We always assume that they're okay, but we don't know that they can be more than where they are. 100% is attainable. If a child is making 95%, you can still make that child get 100. It is attainable, I tell you. So I told myself, what do I do to solve this problem? I decided to get what we call challenge wall. In a corner of the classroom, I painted it like 3 corners, painted it, made it to look beautiful. And each time I enter the class, I paste challenging questions there on the topic I want to solve, on the topic I teach. So that those time I spend going around the class helping the below average students, the high flyers can go there, pick questions, and be solving. And I always award the mark each time they get it correctly. So many students in my class, those high flyers, they are no more dull, they are no more idle. While I help the below average students, they always go around the class, they always go to the challenge wall and pick 1 or 2 questions and solve. And I give them mark for that. And because of that mark I usually give them, it had made all students to be active in my class because they want to get mark by answering challenge questions. So you see, everybody will now be active. Also, many students don't answer questions in my class. I decided to prepare what we call question box, a transparent box where I keep the names of all the students in my class. I write it in pieces so that each time I want to ask questions, I will just shuffle it. Any name I pick answers the question. So this has made all my students to be attentive in class because no one knows who the next questions will come to. So these are the innovations I've made. I have red cards. Red cards, students raise it each time they need questions. Some students are very shy. They don't want to ask questions because they believe that their peers will laugh at them when they ask questions. So I've devised the red card so that those students, once they see that my attention is focused on them, they will quietly raise the card and I answer their question. If it is a private one, I answer it. If it is question that needs a general treatment, I treat it generally. So these are the innovations I've done in my class. And I tell you, it has yielded results, and that result has helped me. Those outcomes I produce have given me income in one way or the other. Because assuming you go for, let's say you go for maybe you want to apply for any award, maybe Multinational Teacher of the Year, for instance. These are the stories, the innovations you've done in your classroom that will still help you. So you've now seen that the outcome you've made possible can now give you income. So that's what we do. So there are a lot of ways this thing can happen, showcasing pedagogical innovations. You can even use AI, artificial intelligence too. As a teacher, you always search for current things you do to help your students. You know your students, you know their weak points, you know their strengths. AI can help you analyze your students and help you come up with beautiful innovations you can use. And also, you need to showcase it that online. Sometimes, if you teach, you can video you and your students what you do. This can motivate others. This can help you go global. And once you go global, you know what it is: social wealth is the greatest. Okay, so strategic presentations, how to maybe when you are making presentations, you use great visuals, share pictures, videos, and so on and so forth. Share testimonials, because as you are maybe you are preparing for a presentation for partnership, a presentation for an award, or whatever presentation you are making, always share verifiable evidence, testimonies of students. This is very important. And the most important thing I want to talk to, in fact, the only reason why I accepted to do this is this point: digital platforms. It pains me that many teachers don't know the power of online. We are talking about impact. If you're only impacting your students, you are not doing it right. There are millions of students that need help. And the funny thing is that as you are rendering this help, this one is not indirectly, you get income. Directly, income comes to you. Money will come to you and you'll be running away. Any day I wake up from Facebook, just because I'm posting videos that help students to learn, I make not less than $50 to $60 any day I wake up. I'm not talking about lessons I do and that I charge in dollars. Each time I wake up in the morning, the first thing I do, I'll check the videos I posted. Even if I post picture or type questions on Facebook, now they pay me. So many teachers are wasting because they are not online. Many teachers are wasting because they are not online. If you know the power of digital platform, honestly, you will create one tonight if you don't have any. If you know the power of digital platform, you will create one now if you don't have any. As a teacher, nothing stops you from making up to 5 million, 6 million naira monthly. You don't need to depend on salary. In fact, where I teach currently in Nasarawa State, I do that for free. They don't pay me because I don't need their money. I'm doing it because I love teaching. I go to work and teach and come back. No salary now because I don't depend on that. So it pains me when I see teachers talking about the poor remuneration, the poor salary teachers get. You don't even need that. From question of lessons from all over the world. Oh, there is no country that I've not gotten students from because I am online. And the funny thing is that I started this out of passion because I want to showcase myself to the world. I love solving maths. I love doing maths. I want to revenge. I started this just to end maths phobia, but I never knew it could pay. And now that I have known that it pays, I can't be selfish to hide it. So please, I'm begging all of us, digital platform is very important, no matter the subject you teach. Even if it is Yoruba language you teach, even if it is Igbo language, even if it is Agric, even if it is biology, even if it is maths, no matter the subject, please, if you've not come online, please do one. And I would love maybe when we have another session like this, I would like to take us through how to do this, how to grow online, because it's not really why we are here, but I can just give us a brief tips on how to do that. So please, I encourage everyone to come out digitally, have a Facebook page, have a YouTube channel, have an Instagram account, have a TikTok account, have a Twitter account. Let it be the same name. Whatever you do with your students, share it there. In fact, outside your students too, you can decide to be uploading videos or writing text on the topic, on the subject you are handling. Start posting videos. You can make it a very short, wonderful videos that will wow people. I've seen a lot of English teachers. There is one I know, teacher Deze. I know teacher Blessing. This one is from Ghana. They are doing a lot of work. In fact, on Facebook, she has a lot of followers. She does not even use the whiteboard to teach. She just videos herself in a good background where she's talking and she can write just common errors in English. You don't need to come online and be talking about past of speech, verb, and all that. It might not be conventional. It might not go well for you because you need to do what that will wow people before you trend. Trending is not good, but if one video moves for you, your story will change. Just one video. And that's why if you start creating these short, good videos, in maths, you can do more of math tricks. You can do more of, people love algebra very well, exponential equations. Those topics go very well. If you are an English teacher, common errors in English, speak right, sounds can go well. People love it a lot. Start uploading content like short video. Video is very well. Spend money on gadgets, because once you have a good gadget, that's when there are a lot of competition. So you need to, if you want to get attention, get a good phone. Maybe if you don't have money for a big iPhone, you can get iPhone 9, iPhone 10, all those small ones. You can start creating content. Get light. You are not just doing that to make money. You are doing it to impact lives. You are saving a lot of lives. I know a lot of persons that have called me personally. They send me money telling me that they passed the exams because of my videos they watched. Some persons every day, they will be on my YouTube, because in YouTube, you can arrange the topic by topic, where I arrange it. Some people prepare for exams using that. You wouldn't know how you are changing lives. Forget about the money you are getting there. The money is certain, but you are changing lives. You are teaching not just your students, but students all over the world. So please, digital platform is very important as a teacher, and it will be a big edge for you when you want to award, whether global best teacher, Montana best teacher, any award. It will help you a lot, because you have gone beyond the classroom. In every competition you are applying, your questions are always asked on what you've done outside the classroom. And digital platform can help you do that. In fact, it was part of what helped me to win the 2024 Montana Teacher of the Year. My stories, my passion, my fight for mass phobia. Okay, so this digital platform is very important, and it will take us time if I want to go through it, the strategies you need to adopt. So maybe in the near future, anytime I called upon again, I will answer. The webinar might be for how to grow online, the strategies you need, everything about that. I can come up again to
Esomnofu, you are
tell
coming
such.
up again. You are coming up again. You're coming up again,
So I'm always
definitely.
available anytime you
Yeah,
call.
yeah.
Anytime you call, I'm always available. Yeah. Okay. All right. So digital platform is the highest thing that can happen to a teacher, honestly. Because with digital platform, even if you tell me to come and work in a place of 2 million naira, I will reject it. I was working with your lesson, but I left them, and I know what they're paying me there. So with digital platform, you can be where you are. That passion and love for maths, because I love helping students in local schools, remote schools. That was give me joy. So I decided to choose a school in Nasarawa State. I drive every day. I waste fuel not less than 20,000 naira to go there, just to help them, and it's giving me joy. Once I go there, I go to the particular class I'm handling, teach them, play with them, and even reward them, because they know that anytime I enter a class, like, they will earn something from me each time I enter a class. So they are prepared to see me in my class. And that is giving me joy, and is prolonging my life, because I'm doing what I want to do. I'm doing what I want to do, where I want to do it, and the time I want to do it. And how is this possible? Is because of digital platform. I've sold myself online, and it doesn't mean I'm the best math teacher in the world. That's what digital math platform can do for you. There are a lot of math teachers that I can stand, but they are not known. They have not brought themselves online. When you come online, you become number one. I have tried to refer not less than 200 lessons to people, but they say that if it is not a Esomnofu, they cannot do. And I'm sure that I have referred them to some people I know that are my mentor, even in the mathematics. They refused because they don't know them. So don't depend on, okay, getting referrals from people. Come online. In fact, let me tell you one thing. I have a younger brother. If you go to Facebook, you see another person with mass with a Esomnofu. That's my younger brother, our last born. He read mass too. Every time he'll be demanding money from me. Give me 2,000, give me 5,000, brother. Do this, do that. I told him, oh yeah, come to my house. Immediately he came. I carried my board, all my gadgets I'm using to grade video. I told him, you are a mass graduate. You graduated this year. Why you are waiting for your NYAC? Carry all this thing, put it in the room you stay. Start making videos. The next day I went to the market. I replaced those ones, because I never wanted to give him the new one. Let him take the old one, so that I will buy the new one and start using it. So I had to spend a lot of money again to replace those things. Even the phone I was using to create those content. Now he has not less than 130,000 followers on Facebook, and he doesn't make nothing less than 1 million naira every month from lesson. Because you know that naira is not strong. You charge most of these students in dollars. Even if it is $100, $80, you charge one person times the number of students you have in a month. And it's 1 hour class, so 8 times in a month, 1 hour class, you're charging this $150, depending on what you agree to do with them. So he makes not less than 1 million, and his life has changed now. And he has gathered enough money to travel, and he wants to travel by next year because he came online. But assuming I continued, maybe give him one lesson today, after another 5 months, 6 months, another person might accept to follow him. That will not help him. But now he's getting lessons directly from people that believe in him. So that's why, as teachers, we need to create digital platform. That platform is not only giving you money, you are changing life. A lot of people are praying for you. A lot of people depend on you. A lot of people are benefiting from you. There are some people that wake up, the first thing they do is to check if you have posted new video. They are waiting to watch. And many parents are online looking for math teachers, looking for English teachers, looking for biology teachers, looking for agri teachers, but they don't see. Come online. You, even if you have 1,000 followers, you might start getting lessons. And to get these followers is not that difficult. Just be consistent. Post something that will wow people. Don't do the conventional thing. If you are teaching biology, stop doing cell and all those things. Look for health aspect of it that people need. Look for all that good aspect of it that will change life, that has real life application, and treat it. Honestly, you will grow faster. Make your videos look beautiful, short and simple. 1 minute, 2 minutes, you finished. With all these things, honestly, it cannot be more than 3 months. You see your life changing. You see your life changing, that you are not going to school because you love teaching students. You just want to be there. You just want to be there, not because of the salary. So when I see people complaining, teachers are paid peanut, I will just be laughing at them. I will just be laughing at them because you don't even need that. You don't even need their money. I'm just teaching because I love going to school, seeing students. If not, there is I don't think. In fact, I spend not less than 150,000 on transportation to go to school where I'm paid nothing. So just to tell you, I'm doing that for sacrifice because I can't survive without helping students learn maths. So please, if you're a teacher, I'm begging you. I'm begging you. If you have not created one, don't say tomorrow. This night, create all your Facebook page, Instagram account, YouTube. Just create it. Even if you don't know the next step to take, create it. Keep it. Record one video. Post it. Be consistent and make research. Maybe in the near future, anytime another webinar is organized, I will tell you the step to step you need to take in growing faster and what you need to do to excel online. Okay, so these are the things you need to be doing as a teacher. Okay, so real life success is also good. I always share my success to motivate others. I don't do that. Maybe I want to tell you how much I'm earning. I just want to motivate you because I'm the type that don't want to grow alone. I don't want to be, you see how in cup, you see how they're in groups supporting others, spraying thousands of naira to each other. So that is what I want to happen in the teaching learning processes. I want to see a day where teachers will start spraying hundreds of thousands, millions of thousands when they go to function, like all those comedians. It is possible. It is still possible. Where teachers are all millionaires. Where teachers link up together like they do. That is what I want to do. And we can't achieve that if we don't share our successes to others. If there are things you achieve too, share with people around you. Motivate them to do this and don't hide whatever you do. I don't hide it. I've been talking about online content creation. So there is no month I cannot get at least 2 million naira from Facebook alone. I'm not talking about the lessons I do, what Facebook pays me. I'm not talking about less. I'm not talking about endorsements. There are two companies I'm promoting now. I know I don't charge them nothing less than 1 million naira to do that for them. So these are what online platforms can do for you, and it's what you can gain from it. You cannot even think of it. One day you can just get a call. Please, I want to prepare one for 1 hour, or give me lessons for 1 hour or 5 hours. I want to write an exam. You can charge that person big money. Somebody can call you that you want to do this, you want to do that for them. You charge them money. People will see you. Schools can invite you for seminar. I think for 2 times I've partnered with Teach for Nigeria. I think they will pay for your flight going and coming back. They will lodge you, they will feed you, they will pay you good money too while you are going. So all these things are, it's not that I'm the best person to speak there, but I've brought myself online. They have seen me. So it's only when you are seen that you'll be patronized. So please, if you've not done one, do it tonight. Your life will change. It will change your life for good. As a teacher, you need to be driving a car. You need to live in the best house. You need to eat whatever you want to eat. You need to fly, do whatever that you want to do, because we didn't commit any crime for becoming a teacher. Teachers deserve the best. We need to live good life too while we help students grow. So please, and please, I encourage all of us to do that. This digital platform is the best thing that can happen to your life. So in conclusion, sorry, I am so sad that I didn't join with my laptop. I'm just joining with phone, and I wasn't able to make beautiful um PowerPoint. Just manage me. So key points to remember: share your classroom stories; they inspire and connect. Showcase your teaching methods; they attract opportunities. Build an online presence; it amplifies your impact. While we are talking about money, as a passionate teacher, you are not only helping your immediate students while you are online, it amplifies your impact. Many people get to learn from you. Okay, so let's go beyond the classroom and show the world that what educators can achieve. Thank you so much for your time. Yeah.
All right, Esomnofu, thank you so much. Now we've been having Esomnofu is the last speaker for this year. I mean, on our webinar, is the last speaker. 2 months ago we had Okechi from Riverbank. 4 months ago we had Adebeshin, who's currently in Qatar. And then we've just been having a number of people. And Esomnofu is the last speaker for the year, but Esomnofu is coming back, because he's ready to teach us step by step how to create those platforms, those digital platforms, how to push ourselves out. I was thinking of bringing somebody else in the next 2 months, but we can't even wait for 2 months. We can't even wait. So he's not, yes, so we can't even wait for 2 months. If he's willing to teach us now, then we have to optimize that right away. Okay, so just after this webinar, Esomnofu and I will talk, and then if he's willing to have another webinar before the end of this year, why not? If he's willing. But if he's not, I understand he's very busy. If he's not, then it will be the New Year gift. We won't even wait till February. We just have it in January so that everybody can start in earnest. Now, let me say a few things. Let me just say a few things, and please, I want us to mute our mics. Okay, let me just say a few things, and I'm here to commend Esomnofu. I'll tell you why. I called him before the webinar. I called him some days back because I'm aware that he was almost kidnapped. He was actually almost kidnapped. He travels to his hometown. That's what big men do. So he travels to his hometown every December. And then when we spoke and all that, I said, are you sure that it's not good? That he said no, that is going to make room for it, and that I shouldn't worry. Nobody knew that on his way to his hometown, that there would be a kidnap attempt. Esomnofu was almost kidnapped. It was his wife and his baby. Everybody was with him, and he was almost kidnapped. I saw his car almost total write-off, because they shot at them, and all that. But thank God. And so I just called him and said, are you sure? I think we should. I suggested, having to reschedule this. That, are you sure you're in the best frame of mind? And he told me, he said, I'm okay, don't worry, let's go ahead. Now, somebody else would have even called me to say, oh, please, I'd just like to be alone. Please, can we reschedule and all of that? He wasn't the one that called. I was the one that called him and, asked to reschedule that. I just felt he needed, some time, more time and all of that. And he said, no, he said I shouldn't worry, that it was getting fine, that everybody is safe and all of that. And for me, that speaks to resilience, and it also tells you that passion, commitment. Thank you so much. Esomnofu. It means a lot to me. It means a lot to everybody on this platform. And see, I was just jotting every single thing. So let me tell us a few things about Esomnofu. When Esomnofu said he doesn't make less than 2 million naira in a month, some of us know. It was just being modest. Some of us know that Esomnofu's income in a month is not less than 3 million naira. But teachers now, we like staying under just staying under G. I'm so sure that those who don't know him online, if they meet him somewhere, they will say, don't worry, God will provide a better job. And they wouldn't know that this is someone that can afford to pay a number of people every month and he wouldn't feel it. And imagine he's teaching in Nasarawa and he's doing it free of charge. I think this is admirable, this is commendable, and I guess it's only a teacher that can do this. Thank you for what you do. Thank you for sharing your experience with us. I know that we have a lot of
Thank you.
questions. We have a lot of questions, okay? But I want to highlight a few of the things he said, okay? Because we'll be churning out some posters soon that will have some of the things he said. Number one, he said, through your outcome, income will come. And that is very profound. Through your outcome, through the things you are churning out, through how you're helping people, the videos you are making, through your outcome, income would come. He also said that we did not commit any crime by becoming a teacher. Okay, so if teaching is not a crime, then we have to optimize it. We are not doing anything wrong. We are doing something noble. Okay, so we have to optimize it. And look at what he said. He gave us step by step. And I really want us to pay attention to all of these things, that he said. This has been recorded. It will be available on the YouTube channel. I'll share the link, so that you can share with people. You can go through it again, and then, just start working. He said, what are the steps? He spoke generally about the first thing he spoke about was to, how we can tell our story. And then he also spoke about pedagogical innovation. So the first thing about telling our story, he said, identify a problem. I must confess, now I see why and how he won the Martina Teacher, award. Frankly, now I see, how you won it. Now I see how you won it because I know there were 1,000 of applications. He said how to share. He said identify a problem, and then he said identify a problem, start with a challenge you faced, show how you solved the problem, and then he said, highlight the result. And I'm beginning to see the gap. Many of us have identified the challenges, okay, but we are not meticulous enough to document and seriously think about how we are solving those challenges. It told us how we can begin to position ourselves, so that you can apply for grants and all. And honestly, there are grants. Please take it from me. There are grants. There are several grants. Um, the Emir of Kano has an annual cohort, is something SDG education. And I know that annually, okay, I know that they take application from several innovations. And I know that annually, the Emir of Kano takes about 25 innovations annually. And I know this is something I'm aware of. Okay, they do an initial funding of $2,000. They give you a mentor, and after a while, they see what you've done with the $2,000, and they do a final funding of $10,000. That is an overall investment of 12,000 American dollars, not Canadian dollars. Even Canadian dollars is not, it's not small money, So he said that show how you solve the challenge. And then he said, highlight the result. How much of this are we doing? And when he was talking about pedagogical innovations, he said, everyone has unique teaching methods. Show the world how they work. What are my teaching methods, my teaching strategies? It is not sufficient to have a teaching strategy. Okay, I must move from owning a teaching strategy to showcasing it to the world. And then he says, focus on what makes your method special. Now I'm beginning to realize how he won that award from Martina. You can't do all of this and you would not win and you wouldn't stand out. And then he said, highlight the result of that strategy, meaning our students improving, And then lastly, he said, show how it can work for other people. This is very, very admirable. Very, very admirable. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for sharing this nugget with us. Thank you. All right, so I think it's time. I think it's time to get questions. It's time to ask questions. I think it's time for us to ask questions. So please, if you have questions, I want you to raise your hand. Please raise your hand if you have questions, and then I'm going to call you, so that you can, if you are too shy to ask questions, please just type them. I'll note the questions and then I'll read them out to us. We've spent almost an hour. Do we have questions? Anybody with questions? Anybody with questions? Please signify if you have questions. Signify, and then you would have the floor. Questions, please. Questions. If we don't have questions, is there anything we have to say? All right, yeah. Olalekan Michael, yeah. Olalekan Michael, yes.
Good evening, everyone.
Yeah, good evening.
Good evening, Mr. Esomnofu. It's a pleasure hearing from you. Listening to you has been an eye opener. But what I want to ask is, prior to you going global, as it were, what are the challenges that you faced as an oncoming teacher? Because for me, I teach in the public school. I am not in the private school where the environment is so okay that you could have the multimedia output to teach with. How can I, as a teacher in the public school with very limited resources, how can I project myself and then project what I am doing in that aspect? Thank you very much, sir.
All right. Thank you for the question. So, but let me ask, do you have network in your school?
Not
where you
yet.
live?
Not yet, but of recent, the state government just gave us a Wi-Fi to use for online training, online teaching of students. But we do not have any gadgets, nothing. It's just us using our phone or something. But even the Wi-Fi has not even been given the internet, whatever, but we were just given, just as we were closing for this term. So it's by the time we resume now that we need to liaise for us to be able to have access to internet. But at the moment, nothing.
Okay, but where you live, you have access to internet, right?
Yes.
Then you don't have a problem. You can, if assuming you are teaching your students, you can capture all the things you do with them with your phone. If you have a smartphone, it doesn't require network. Then when you get to your house, you can post it where there is network. I know you have challenge. It's not easy as a teacher with what they pay teachers in Nigeria to get maybe good phone, to get maybe buy data every day, to get good board you use in your house, to get tripod stand, to get microphone and all that. But the day when I started, I was teaching in a government school in Ibaria, Anambra State. My salary was 45,000 naira.
Okay.
But I didn't have a good phone. That time, the camera of my phone is broken. You can't even video snap with it at all. So, but what I do is that any day I was able to get free 1,000 naira. There is my friend Valentine. You can search him online. I motivated him. He started also. His name is Valley Light English. Valley Light. His phone is good. So I always give him 1,000 naira to take transport to come to where I live. He will video me. That day I will prepare like 20 questions that I will use in making my video. So I'll be able to make a lot of videos before he goes. So I will keep them because my phone can post. Once he sends the video to me, I can save it and post from my phone, but I cannot video. And I don't have enough money to get a good phone then. So I always call him and give him 1,000 naira then. That was 2020 when I started. he's not charging me, he's my friend. I'm giving it to him for transport. He will just video me. That time, I don't even have money for a tripod stand. I use a bamboo. I use the machine to open it at the center where I keep my food, and it worked perfectly for me then.
Wow.
Then I used a plank. I used a plank to make the base. So that is what I was using to shoot them. So I will shoot like 10, 20 videos and keep it because I don't need to be spending 1,000 naira every day for him to come. So once he send this to me, I will start posting. And I started without having a microphone. Because your voice can be heard while you are teaching with that microphone. But as you grow and you start making small money from it, you'll be upgrading. I didn't start with iPhone, but today I shoot my videos with good iPhone and all that. So it's not that you will start immediately and have all the things you need. Just try to improvise the ones you can, and don't allow the difficulties or maybe the problems, the challenges to make you not to start. Just start and don't stop and continue pushing. With time, it will be hard. And I'm not telling you that it is something so easy that if you start it immediately, you make it. I started for stress 6 months. Nobody knew me. But after 6 months, a video started picking. So it can take time. It can take you less than that. It can take you more, depending on how committed you are and how focused you are in doing that. And also how passionate, because why I didn't stop. Many people started, they stopped. But why I didn't stop is that those time I didn't start it to make money. I started it because I want to express myself. I want to help students learn. So even if I'm not getting views, I won't be demoralized because I'm not even posting it for you to get views. I'm doing what I love. You get? So
Yes.
The passion must be there for you to grow. You have the passion. Don't post it because Esomnofu have told me that he makes million. Let me go and make that million. If you have that mindset and you start, honestly, you will fail. I tell you from experience. Many started and they failed. So the passion should be there. The commitment should be there. The patience. That patience is a very good virtue. Patience should be there, and just be doing your thing with time. And also, while you are doing it, try to be better than you are each day. Like I didn't continue using that bamboo stick as my stand. I didn't continue telling him to come every day. Sometimes I borrowed. There was a time all these Pampe, all these mobile loan app, I was owing them a lot of money. Every day I borrow because I want to grow. There was a time in 2020, I won. That one helped me. I won Anambra State Best Champion Montana Teacher of the Year and one of the top 10s, but I didn't win it that year, 2020. So I was giving 500,000 naira then. So that time I used it to buy projector, buy a lot of microphone, but I never knew I was buying the wrong one. So I wasted that money because that time it was only me and Tambua that we are creating videos. So I made a lot of mistakes, spent a lot of money. But now you have guide, you have people you can see that will guide you to so that you don't waste your money. So but I wasted more than 300,000 naira then on something that I didn't later. So that's just it. So don't be demoralized because you don't have data in your school. Just find a way to win that situation. Thank you.
All right. Thank you so much, Esomnofu. Thank you for that answer. A number of us learned from it. I think Afix would like to ask a question. You have the floor, please. Afix.
Okay.
All right. Please, good evening, sir.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Thank you for everything. Thank you. If I'm not here tonight, I wonder where I would be. Anyway, I really want to appreciate you personally. It's been usually open our eyes to things we didn't know we could do. Thank you very much. I just want to appreciate you. I don't have any question. And I don't know, Mr. Lekon, I don't know if anybody would like to join. We can have like a 30 days challenge starting from tonight. If I'm asking questions, sometimes shows that you are not serious. It shows on seriousness. I, for one, I'm going to start taking actions on what I've heard tonight. And by the time we have him back in January, God willing, then we can now even talk over, okay, things we've been doing wrong and how can we improve? That is just me. If anybody would like to join me personally, I am starting. Thank you very much for being an inspiration. Thank you, Mr. Esomnofu. Thank you. I appreciate it.
All right, fantastic.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
That is very inspiring. So this is what we would do. We have a WhatsApp community. At least we have 2 WhatsApp community. In each of the community, I think we have a little over 100 teachers. In the first one, I think we have maybe a little over 200. In another one, we have about 198. So one of the things we'll do is I'll put my WhatsApp number. What we'll do, okay, is we are going to create a WhatsApp group for this. And the focus would be this challenge, okay, this challenge, just to see what everybody can do in 30 days. Okay, our mentor is Esomnofu. So we will be challenging ourselves that for the next 30 days, everybody's putting themselves out. Even if you're not putting yourself out, you should have done videos. Maybe you start putting yourself out in January, So I'm going to create that WhatsApp group. I'm sharing my number with everybody now. That's my WhatsApp number. Please just add me on WhatsApp so that I can add you to the group. I'm going to add you to, so I'll create a WhatsApp group for this, so that all of us know the purpose, 30-day challenge, 30-day social media, blah, blah, blah challenge. And then I'm also going to add us to all the general WhatsApp group for teachers, that has been created that we administer, I mean myself. So I'm going to do that. So I'm posting my WhatsApp number right away. Just chat me up on WhatsApp. Why is it not posting? What's going on? Our political enemies. Okay. All right. Okay. So, okay. Sorry. I'm doing that right away. Why is it not posting? Oh, I don't know what's going on. So, but my WhatsApp. Okay. Can somebody? Okay. All right. I guess I'll just do that. I'll just keep trying. I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's going on, but I guess I'll just do that later. Okay. So, yes. So do we have questions? Any other person? Questions? Any other person? Questions? Do we have questions? Anyone with questions? Any other person with questions? Do we have questions? All right. Now, in the absence of questions, we will be wrapping this up. And there's something I just want to talk about to add up to. Yes, yes. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Laliko Michael. Thank you so much. So that is my WhatsApp number. Please, for those new to this, just save it, chat me up on WhatsApp. I will add everybody to that WhatsApp group so that we can encourage ourselves, and then push ourselves for visibility. Now, I want to talk about grant in few minutes, in the absence of questions. Number one, I mentioned earlier that the Emir of Kano, Lamido Sanusi, annually, offers an education grant, to different education initiatives. And I said that, you apply, I think it comes out every July. I know some of these dates I'm going to share with us on WhatsApp. It comes out, I think, every July. Okay, so when you apply, you showcase your innovation. You get, if you're successful, it takes 25 innovators and innovations every year. And then it does an initial funding of $2,000 US dollars. And then you're offered a mentor. When they then check your progress and see what you do, what you've been able to achieve with the money, they re-evaluate it. And then if they think that you've made significant progress, they do a final funding of 10,000 US dollars. I can tell you this categorically that I know that Stanford University, the #2 university in the world, has a seed grant of between 25,000 US dollars and 30,000 US dollars. Okay. Now, there are quite a number. Martina Teacher of the Year, we know. Esomnofu won the award this year, but he also emerged as the winner for Nasarawa. So he must have gotten money for that one also. Now those that did not win, that did not emerge as the Martina Teacher of the Year, but emerged as winners in their different states. At least I'm so sure that I don't think any one of them went home with less than a million naira, because I know that in years past it used to be 500,000. So, and I know that they are not likely, because last year the Martina Award, Adiola Adefemi walked home with 6.5 million naira when she won last year. Esomnofu applied last year but did not win. Esomnofu applied this year and won 10 million naira. Now it means that in 2025, okay, I'm hoping and I'm looking forward to the winner coming from us, I mean, this group, because we've been having access to great teachers and they've been a source of inspiration to us. Now I see why and how Esomnofu won. You can't package your story this way, all the steps he has shared with us, and you will not win. It's so impossible. It's if you meet somebody who did much better than what you've done, that you probably not win. Okay. So now Esomnofu won 10 million naira this year, is traveling to Finland next year. They are building a math lab for him worth 30 million naira. Let's look at that. Let's just think about it. Okay. So it means that, he's not only getting money even from the online presence. He's not only getting money from it. He's also getting, I know that monthly, Esomnofu is worth more than 2.5 million. At least I'm aware of that. I know that Esomnofu makes a 2.5 to 3 million every month. He's not working in the oil sector. He's working in he's working in the education sector. And if Esomnofu can do this, then we already have a model to follow. And one of the things that I always say, let's start stalking people online. They are leading teachers, education leaders that you have to start following them so that when they make any updates, you get a notification. Esomnofu is one of the speakers for our conference next year. Our teachers conference is coming up in July 12th next year. Esomnofu is one of the speakers. Adiola Adefemi, who won more. At least we will be having 3 Mortina Teacher of the Year winner. Esomnofu is coming next year. Adiola Adefemi is coming next year. Olasukomi Okwefa is coming. The former Commissioner of Education of Lagos, Mrs. Folashade Adefisoye, she's the keynote speaker. And then we have one head of school of one of the leading international school. She would also be coming. And these are people that have made a name. They've made their mark in the education sector. And we are bringing this together just to ensure that every teacher is inspired, and not just inspired, every teacher has something to model after. Esomnofu is coming. Esomnofu, by God's grace, will be our New Year gift. I'm going to speak to him after this webinar if he's willing, to take us on again this December. Yes, but if for, I know he's with his family, this is the festive season. He also has his online business running, so, but if he's not, I'm hoping that by next year, he would be coming back, again. I would also love us as we'll be posting this online, posting also some of the punchlines. We would also create a poll. We want to start getting feedbacks from teachers, so that we aren't just the one creating the topic, so that we are creating topics and points of focus for each webinars that teachers want. So meaning we'll be getting speakers that will talk about the things you think we should talk about next, okay? Once we create the poll. So a lot, Esomnofu is telling us that, we should start putting ourselves out. Well, because I have access to him, I see his WhatsApp status. I see, so when he's saying that he doesn't make less than $60 Facebook every day, that it's not a lie. I see his status, and he's been generous enough to share some of these things on his WhatsApp status. I see it. I see it. Sometimes when the dollar is too fat, he will blow it so that he will not arrange for kidnappers. And imagine, he said he started in 2020. Imagine, this is 2024. Imagine 4 years after. That did not take 10 years. So this simply tells us that we only have to start. We only have to start. We only have to start. Just start. And he said something. He said his own took 6 months. And in 4 years, he's a millionaire teacher. Your own might not take 6 months. And that's another thing we need to know. Your own could be just a month. Your own could be 2 months. Your own could be 3 months. But one of the things he said, we must start. We must start. Just start. And then he said another thing. He implied another thing. We must be consistent. He said he will go to his friend, even mention, he's mentioned a couple of names. I'm hoping that those names he mentioned, we noted those names and we start following them online. I have a number of people that I follow online, and today we become friends. I never knew Esomnofu, I mean, as a person, personally, I was just following him online and all of that. And who connected us? Olasukomi Okwefa. So these are networks that we have to start, building networks. Networks. Today, I'm also farming with the big guys, but networks,
You're a
if
big
I
guy.
need if I need someone, that I know is very close to Esomnofu and I can't reach, I just have to call Esomnofu and say, please, I want this person to come up next. And then once people like this can just vouch for you and say, oh, please, he's my friend, he's my guy, blah, blah, blah. So teacher and network is fast becoming our net worth. Okay, we have to, begin to do it. And I'm hoping also that we are starting the 30-day challenge. Okay, and we are creating that WhatsApp group. Please chat me up on WhatsApp if you want to be on that group, or if you want us to add you to all of our groups, so that this Zoom has been recorded. We are putting it on the YouTube channel, and then we'll be sharing the link on our groups, so that everybody can have access. Could you please share these people's link with us so that we know about them? Okay, good, good, good. Okay, so I'm going to share these recorded links with everybody. I'm also going to share the social media handle of all of these inspirational teachers: Esomnofu, Adiola, Adefemi, Olasukomi Okwefa, Adieko, Olalekan. I'm also Kemi Ogunsoya. I'm also going to share all of this, their social media handles, so that we can begin to follow them, so that anything they drop, automatically you are notified and you can get inspired. The summary of everything is saying is we must learn to tell our stories effectively, and then we must put ourselves online. I know we go for parties. It doesn't cost us anything. You went for a party, you remember to post your pictures. Then why can't you post videos? Why can't we do some of these things? He's making money online. He's getting endorsement. He just said it, that a number of his endorsement, he doesn't charge less than ₦1 million. For me, that is motivating. That is motivating. He's doing online classes. I know he's doing online classes. I know. Whenever I call him and he speak, he's saying, oh, please, let me call you back. I'm doing an online and all of that. I'm in the middle of an online. So, these things. And so when somebody like this says he's working in a school and he's not getting paid, then you realize, also that how much would they offer him, that he has not already make and that he's not making, So I'm hoping that men, teachers like this would inspire us, and then we would begin to, to work. Teaching has evolved, I must say. Teaching has evolved. And when Olalekan spoke about the challenge he's having in the public sector, let me chip in this. I even think that apart from money, I think that teachers in the public sector stand a higher chance than teachers in the private sector. I'll tell you why. In the public sector, you can take videos, pictures of your students. Nobody will sue you. Nobody will sue you. I have a program I run in government schools, approved by the Oyo State government. I have people that, that support what I do, and they go to these schools to invest 3 hours every week in each of the schools. We take pictures. I'll be sharing our website link soon. Our website is ready, and then I'll be sharing the link so that we can see some of the things we do. We take pictures. Teachers are interested. No, everybody is just open and happy. You can't do that in a private school. You can't do that. Even as teachers in a private school, I work also in the private sector. You can't do that. You don't even have the right to take pictures of your student. You can't. The moment you can't even put it out there. For some of us working in private schools, we know these things. There are also grants that you can't use your private school profile for. There are grants. For example, there's the Teacher Excellence Award. It takes you to the US. It's a Fulbright scholarship. Fulbright scholarship. and it's basically open to teachers in the private sector. Okay, the Fulbright that people are more aware of is the one that takes you to the US for 1 year. But there's another one. It is called TEA, Teaching Excellence and Achievement Award. It takes you to the, yes, it takes you to the US. You can type it on Google. It takes you to the US for 6 weeks. You'll be in the US for 6 weeks, trained and all of that. Adeko Olalekan, applied for that, I think in 2018 or 2017, and then it was in the US in Nevada for 6 weeks. That Fulbright is only open to teachers in the public sector. It's not open to teachers in the private sector. Sanusi grant, the 2,000 initial investment, and then the final 10,000 investment is open only to teachers running in innovations in the public sector. So whatever innovation you are putting out there, it must be an innovation that is benefiting the public sector, not the private sector. So it means that for those of us working in the public sector, you might not be getting so much from the government in terms of remuneration, but the government is giving you a lot in terms of human resource. Human resource. The government is also giving you problems, supposed problems. Like Olalekan said, there's no internet, okay? But do you know that you can invest your own money and it will be part of your narrative that the challenge is internet access. And because you wanted to integrate technology in the classroom, you had to start spending your money. I know some of the applications I have done in recent time and some of the personal investments I have made, have been the bedrock of the narrative to show what I have done, by God's grace, before some of these things started coming. And many times, nobody will win a $25,000 Stanford grant without having a story, without showing what you have even initiated on your own, and many times the narrative is more about, I have started this in my own small corner, and now we see a need to expand because it is benefiting a lot of students, a lot of communities, and now we see a need to expand, and that is why we are seeking for help. That's the narrative that catches attention. Oh, so on your own, with this little 70K, you've been able to do this, you've been able to do this. And, just that when they see what you've been able to do on your own, then they believe that, oh, so if we support this educator, with 10,000 US dollars, then he will be able to do so much more. Okay. And so I want us to begin to think about opportunities around us. For some of us here, you could be in the private sector, you could be in the public sector. Nothing stops you. Start thinking. There are public schools around you. Start something. Start something. I'll give you an example. Esomnofu, are you aware that Esomnofu's math videos, are you aware that Esomnofu burns them on CD and Esomnofu takes those videos and then it distributes them for free at different schools? Am I right, Esomnofu? All right. Yeah. Yeah, so sorry. Something just tripped. Esomnofu, am I right? I know that your online videos and all that, I know that you burn some of them on CD and then you distribute them in schools. Am I correct?
Yeah, I did that. That was, I think, like 5,000 copies of CD upsets. I did that.
Now, let's imagine that some of these videos, he burnt them on CDs and he said about 5,000 copies. I don't think there's any organization that would hear that and they would not want to give you a grant. Another thing that I want us to realize that we have come to an age of grant. I'm sorry, Funke Akindele, I mentioned her name because she's trending at the moment. Femi Adebayo, 7 Doors. Kunle Afolayan, these are big guys already, and they are still operating with Netflix grants. How true this is, I don't know, but I know that there was a time that they said Afolayan got a 60 million grant to produce, and that was what birthed Anikulapo, and and then it birthed the whole Anikulapo series. So this is what I'm saying. If those in the entertainment, so to speak, if they still found a way to still get grants, you know, and I need us to now begin to imagine what we can achieve, because, they are also touching, inspiring, telling stories and all that. Even with the whole entertainment thing, and sometimes you think you are just entertaining yourself by watching Seven Doors, by watching October 1 and all of that. You just think it's entertainment. Someone is already commercializing all of that, and then they are getting funding from different industries. We are educators. That means we can achieve so much more. I know someone who comes to Nigeria, is a surgeon. He comes to Nigeria nothing less than twice a year to do free surgeries. Free surgeries. The last time he was in Nigeria, we met and then we were speaking, and then I was sharing what I do as a teacher. He was also sharing what he does and all of that. And these are surgeries that run into millions. Flew down from the US and then is doing surgeries for free. Like, people, the surgery for next year is coming again next year already. There are not less than 400 patients already that already registered for the free surgery. Now imagine if someone like that now, you know, packages everything and now begin to apply for grants. That is why we see a number of people that are in Nigeria. Okay, Esomnofu is not thinking of relocating, japaing. He's not. He's not thinking because someone is making 2.53 million naira every month. And it's sweet to spend money in Nigeria. I can tell you that by God's grace. It's very sweet. It's when you have issues and all that. I mean, normal government issues and all of that, that you now remember that, oh, you are in Nigeria, and all of that. So we are teachers, we are doing something noble. We are addressing education problems, and the education problems that we are addressing is already accommodated, in the SDG goals: gender equality, you know, education quality, you know, equity, all of these things. We can weave the SDGs around the things we do, and then we can just start. So I'm just here to tell us that there's a lot. Online classes, he has told us a lot. Someone is making over 2 million naira every month. I see it. I see his status. I see it. Okay. So these things are, true, and so we have different mediums, where we can showcase ourselves, and then we can also begin to get, some significant, form of financial, gratification. And one thing that I've also realized is, as we put in and invest, okay, as the dividends come, all right, your capacity to do more increases. If my own clients are talking to me about Esomnofu, just imagine my own clients are talking to me about Esomnofu. Now imagine the multiplicity, just people around the world, you know. It's just so good. For me, this is one of the best gifts of the year. And for me, this is a fantastic way to wrap up the year. So this is recorded. I'll be uploading it straight away tonight, and I'll be sharing the link with every one of us so that we can sit down, listen again, and then note all of those things. I've also shared my WhatsApp group with us for many of us who are willing to engage in the 30 days challenge that, Afix um, suggested, and I think it's a good one. Okay, so do we have questions? Any questions? We've spent an hour, almost 30 minutes. Any questions, or you just want to appreciate Esomnofu? Maybe you even want to send him money. Please feel free. Anybody? So, okay, so I want someone to do the vote of thanks, just to talk to Mr. Esomnofu and appreciate him. Anyone, anyone, anyone who is willing to do it? Who is willing to do it? Who is willing?
Okay.
Okay, good. Laliko, yeah.
Mr. Esomnofu, It's been a pleasure
Yeah.
engaging you this time. I want to first start by saying that God's protection will be sure over you and your family in Jesus' name.
Amen.
He will
Amen.
continue to keep
Amen.
you. You have just started. This is not
Amen.
even at it. By the
Yeah.
time we'll be hearing about you, it will be in the billions of dollars. By the
Amen.
grace of God. You have really inspired me, and you are inspiring a lot of educators.
Yeah.
And we are proud to say we are associated with you. And we look forward to receiving you in Ibadan. Don't worry. Maybe by the time you come, we'll give you chieftaincy title. And
Thank you. Thank
Yeah.
you so much.
Yeah. I think his signal is weak.
Yes.
Yeah, I think his signal is weak. His signal is very weak. Yeah, his signal is yeah.
Thank
His
you for
signal
coming
is
to our ancient city. Thank you so much, sir. God bless
yeah,
you.
yeah.
And
All
you have
right,
a lovely
Thank
new
you
year.
so much.
Yeah. So,
You're
Malaliko, thank you
welcome.
so much. Thank you so much for helping us do that. Thank you so much. Esomnofu, thank you for your time. I know that even being here,
Thank you.
you had to sacrifice some online contacts for this, but thank you so much. I know you're coming back again. We will talk after the session so that we know when works perfectly for you. And I want to appreciate everybody who ensured that they were part of this. I know this was benefiting immensely. Thank you for joining. The link will be available. I'll share it. I'll post it on the YouTube channel, and then I'll share the link with us on our different platforms. Thank you for coming. Compliment of the season,
Thank you.
and
Uh,
Many
uh,
happy
see you here
returns.
in advance. Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Mr. Adigun, please, I want
Yes.
to
Yes.
plead with you
Okay.
so that the next time we start with the next webinar,
Okay.
I want our black belters, all of them, to be able to participate actively,
Okay.
sir.
Okay. Okay.
Just like you did the other time. I'm
Okay.
pleading, sir.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Yes, we would. All right. So, so we would ensure that our black belt. Okay, because we have a collaboration with 1 million teachers. For some of the teachers on this platform, we have a collaboration with 1 million teachers to to export teachers to trainings and all that. So and many times we always insist that okay, if you could complete some of these trainings, you would be part of this. If you don't complete it, then because teaching requires diligence. You can't be lazy and you'll be successful at teaching. We all know because teaching requires diligence. It's an investment of energy, intellect, emotion, everything a lot. So I understand. By the next webinar, that Mr. Esomnofu is taking, we would ensure we'll be more merciful and then ensure that because we just want diligent people. Imagine, Afix is saying that that is going on a 30-day challenge. That is for me. That is diligence. It just tells you that is tired of this
Yeah.
talk, and then he wants to put all of this to action. And I think that's what brings success. If Esomnofu started in
Yeah.
2020 and 4 years after is making millions every month, this is possible. It's diligence. We have to stay on task. We have to be consistent. So we would ensure, by God's grace, I would ensure that more people, it's open to more people, and then we don't put a cap on it. I would ensure that. Thank you so much for that. All right, so everybody, thank you for joining us. We are hoping that the nugget that have been shared, we will put it to use, and that we will have more billionaire teachers next year. It's not that anybody is overemphasizing money, okay, but whether you do your job well or you don't do your job well, money is important. And I've realized that the more we have, many times, once you are not stressed, once all those money issues that stress you, once they are off, you would even realize that your quality will be much better. You'll be able to deliver, you'll be more innovative, you know. And in the Nigeria of today, we know everybody, we are all aware of how much things cost, so nobody's trying to propagate money. No. We are just saying it is high time we begun to, optimize our skills, okay, and passion. It's high time we do that. All right. Thank you, Esomnofu, for being part of this. Thank you so
Yeah.
much. It
Thank
means
you.
a lot
Thank
to
you so much. Thank you,
everybody.
everyone. Yeah.
Thank you so much. All
Yeah.
right, so we will call it
Thank you.
a night here, and then we will draw the curtain here.
Yeah.
It's been wonderful having us around. We draw the curtain. All right, we'll see you soon. Once
Thanks,
Esomnofu tells
thank
us
you.
what works for him. All right, bye-bye.
Yeah. Bye. Bye.
Bye. Thank you. God bless you.